University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, so far we've seen University College London, Manchester University and St George's London win the first of the two quarter-final victories our draconian rules demand if they're to secure a place in the semi-finals. Tonight, Oxford plays Cambridge with two sister colleges competing for the first of their quarter-final victories. Whichever team loses will then have just one more chance to stay in the contest. A full copy of the quarter-final procedure is available on our website in Sanskrit. The team from New College, Oxford, dominated Homerton College, Cambridge throughout their first-round match and were 85 points ahead at the gong. They then had a slow start against York University in round two before drawing even around the halfway mark, after which they had things pretty much their own way and eventually won by a margin of 70 points. With an average age of 20, let's meet the New College team again.
Hello, I'm Remy Beecroft. I'm from Letchworth in Hertfordshire and I'm studying psychology and philosophy.
Hi, I'm India Lennon. I'm from London and I'm studying classics.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Andrew Hood, originally from Wasperton in Warwickshire, and I'm studying philosophy, politics and economics.
Hi, I'm Tom Kappelman from Bracknell in Berkshire and I'm studying mathematics.
Also with an average age of 20, the team from King's College, Cambridge took their time getting here, losing their first-round match against the Medics of St George's, London. They survived by the clemency of the highest-scoring losers rule, and then they too beat Homerton College, Cambridge in their playoffs. Round two saw them win against Warwick University, even though they scored their points only in the opening and closing minutes. Let's see if they can remember to stay alert throughout the whole of the contest this time as we meet them for the fourth time.
Hello there, I'm Curtis Gallant, I'm from North London and I'm studying classics.
Hi, I'm Amber Ace, I'm from Crieff in Perthshire and I'm also studying classics.
And let's meet their captain.
Hi, I'm Fran Middleton, I'm from Chorleywood in Hertfordshire and I'm doing a PhD in classics.
Hi, I'm James Greatrex, I'm from Leeds and I'm reading physics.
OK, you all know the rules better than I do, doubtless, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's the first starter for 10. What surname is shared by the 13th century philosopher and scientist, also known as Dr. Mirabilis, a philosopher and statesman knighted by James I, and the Dublin-born artist who painted the 1945...
King's Greatrex.
Bacon.
Bacon is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on rule books, King's College. First published in 1844, the book, commonly referred to as Erskine May, is a reference work detailing the laws, privileges and procedures of which body?
Stars?
No, it's Parliament. Also known by the name of the peer who endorsed them, no shoes or boots with springs allowed and no hugging are among the rules drawn up in 1867 for which sport?
Boxing.
Correct, Marquess of Queensberry's rules. Of obedience, of humility and of excommunication for faults are chapters in the monastic rule of which saint who gives his name to a major monastic order?
Francis.
Bede.
Benedict. It could be Benedict or Francis. It could be Dominic as well, because I don't know which is better.
Francis of Assisi?
No, it's St Benedict. Right, 10 points for this. From the Greek for belonging to the whole world, what adjective is used to...
King's Middleton.
Cosmopolitan?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Is used to mean representing the whole of the Christian Church and is specifically applied to the general councils of the early Church and of the present-day Roman Catholic Church.
New College Hood.
Catholic.
No, it's ecumenical. 10 points for this. What polygon links the 18 segments of the James Webb Space Telescope mirror, 20 of the faces of the Buckminster fullerene molecule, most of the basalt columns in the Giant's Causeway?
New College Kappelman.
Hexagon.
Hexagon is correct, yes. Right, your first set of bonuses, New College, are on roses. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a-flying, and this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. Who wrote those words in a poem of 1648, part of the collection known as Hesperides?
No, it's not. John Donne.
No, it was by Herrick. The rainbow comes and goes, and lovely is the rose. Which romantic poet wrote those words?
Byron.
No, it was Wordsworth, Intimations of Immortality. And finally, treaties, you see, are like girls and roses. They last while they last. Who made this statement in a speech at the Élysée Palace in 1963?
Charles de Gaulle.
Correct. 10 points for this starter question. The figure of which ancient Greek god appears in the wedding procession of Theseus and Hippolyta in The Two Noble Kinsmen, attributed to Shakespeare and Fletcher? In As You Like It, he restores Rosalind to her father and performs the nuptial ritual.
New College Linen.
Apollo.
No. King's College, one of you, Buzz?
King's Ace.
Hermes.
No, it's Hymen. 10 points for this. The Australian philosopher D.C. Stove used the name of which fictional character to describe an effect whereby a philosophical theory makes a sole exception of itself and thereby claims to escape from the fate to which it condemns all other discourse. The idea comes from the words, "And I only am escaped alone to tell thee," in the character's epilogue to Moby Dick.
King's Greatrex.
Ahab.
No. New College, one of you, Buzz?
New College Hood.
Billy Budd.
Billy Butler's Ishmael. 10 points for this. What four-letter prefix links the name of the layer of the Earth's atmosphere between the stratosphere and the thermosphere?
New College Kappelman.
Meso.
Meso is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses are on chemistry, New College. The winner of the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1903, which Swedish scientist defined an acid as a substance that can yield hydrogen ions when it dissociates in a solution?
Niels Bohr.
No, it's Arrhenius. Secondly, based on independently postulated theories by the Danish and English chemists after whom it is named, which definition of an acid describes it as a substance that can transfer a proton to another substance, such as the solvent when it occurs in solution?
We don't know.
It's Bronsted-Lowry. And finally, in 1923, which US chemist gave an even more general definition of an acid as a substance with an affinity for electron pairs contributed by bases, which themselves contain unshared electron pairs?
We don't know.
It's Gilbert Lewis. Right, we're going to take our first picture round. For your picture starter, you're going to see a map of the flight path of an air operation of the Second World War. 10 points if you can name the operation.
New College Kappelman.
Dambusters.
Dambusters, Operation Chastise, yes. Your bonuses, New College, are maps of 3 more air operations of World War II, all involving carrier-borne aircraft. You'll see a mark on a map where the battle took place. 5 points if you can name the battle. Firstly, this map depicts which sea battle?
The Battle of Medway.
No, I can't accept Medway, it's Midway. Secondly, identify the seaport attacked here.
Taranto.
Correct. And finally, this map shows the operation to sink which ship?
The Bismarck.
Correct. 10 points for this. Nice to see you. Tea-urn, please yourselves, and, oh no, missus, are among over 1,000 catchphrases displayed on a comedy carpet of concrete and granite unveiled in October 2011 in which seaside town?
King's Ace.
Brighton.
Anyone want to buzz from New College?
New College Kappelman.
Blackpool.
Blackpool is correct, yes. Right, these bonuses, New College, are on 20th century French theatre. Firstly, for 5 points, the works of which French playwright include Antigone in 1943 and Beckett in 1959, the latter being adapted for the cinema with Richard Burton in the title role?
Sartre.
No, it's Jean Ennui. Secondly, for 5 points, one of the most prominent French playwrights of the late 20th century, whose work includes Salinger, Roberto Zucco, and In the Solitude of the Cotton Fields.
Bernard-Henri Levy.
That's Bernard Marie Coltes. And finally, which 1955 play by Yasmina Reza concerns the argument between three friends over a 200,000 franc white-on-white painting?
We don't know.
It's art. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. By counting the number of letters in each word, the mnemonic to disrupt a playroom is commonly a practice of children.
New College Kappelman.
E.
E is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses this time, New College, are on African countries and their coastlines according to the CIA World Fact Book. 5 points for this. Ahead of South Africa and Morocco, which country has the longest coastline of any on the African continent, more than 3,000 kilometres in length?
Mauritania.
No, it's Somalia. Of the countries of West Africa, 2 have coastlines of less than 100 kilometres. One's Gambia. Which is the other?
Let's go Benin.
No, it's Togo. Benin's a bit longer, apparently. And finally, the shortest coastline of any country in Africa is 37 kilometres long on either side of the estuary of which major river after which the country's named?
Nominate Beecroft.
Republic of Congo.
No, I asked for the river. It's the Congo. 10 points for this. The name of which flower can be preceded by the words pot, corn, French and marsh? It's sometimes said to be named after the Virgin Mary, and the common or pot species has the binomial...
New College Hood.
Marigold.
Correct, yes. New College, these bonuses are on thought experiments. In his 1641 work, Meditations on First Philosophy, which French philosopher examined the nature of scepticism by invoking a putative deceiver?
Descartes.
Correct. In the 1981 work, Reason, Truth and History, which US philosopher considers the possibility that life is a delusive experience produced by the electrical stimulation of a brain in a vat?
Hilary Putnam.
Correct. Born in 1831, which Scottish physicist created a hypothetical demon in his theory of heat to illustrate the possibility of violating the second law of thermodynamics?
James Maxwell.
Correct. 10 points for this. Listen carefully. If the names of all the English cities that contain a Church of England cathedral are listed in alphabetical order, which comes last?
New College Kappelman.
York.
York is correct, yes. Your bonuses, New College, are on given names and their anagrams. In each case, give both words from the explanation or definition. Firstly, the given name of the author of Nights at the Circus and the principal ore of lead.
No, we don't know.
It's Angela, as in Carter, and Galena. Secondly, the regnal name of 6 popes, including 1 Englishman, and the derived SI unit of plane angle.
Radian and Adrian.
Radian and Adrian.
Correct. And finally, the King of Wessex, who excelled in both rule and scholarship, and a term meaning wider at one end than the other, as of nostrils or trousers.
Alfred and flared.
Correct. We're going to take a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. All you have to do to get 10 points is to name the composer.
King's Grey Tracks.
Schubert.
It is Schubert, yes, Symphony number 8. Which, as you, of course, know, was first performed 37 years after the composer's death. For your music bonuses, you're going to hear 3 more classical pieces, first performed posthumously. Again, in each case, I want the name of the composer, please. Firstly, this French composer.
Nominate Greatrix.
Delibes.
No, it's Bizet, his symphony in C. Secondly, this Czech composer.
Dvorak.
Dvorak is correct, Symphony Number 1. And finally, the Italian composer of this opera.
Puccini.
It is from Turandot, yes. 10 points for this. In which order of mammals are the structures known as baleen plates seen? Composed...
King's Ace.
Wales.
Correct, yes, Cetacea. Right, these bonuses, King's College, are on gases. In joules per Kelvin per mole, what is the numerical value to the nearest integer of the gas constant that appears in the ideal or perfect gas equation?
8.31, so 8.
To the nearest integer. Okay. 8.
Correct. What name is given to the ratio of the molar volume of a non-perfect gas to the molar volume of a perfect gas at the same pressure and temperature?
No idea.
2 to 1.
No, it's the compression factor. Derived from the Latin for force, what name is given to the series of coefficients that appear in the generalized formulation of the perfect gas equation for non-perfect gases?
No, it's not.
Latin for force. Oh, sorry.
I know it when I hear it, but I can't remember.
This.
No, it's virial coefficients. 10 points for this. The letters NSS stand for which pressure group? Founded by Charles Bradlaugh in 1866. It described...
New College Hood.
The National Secular Society.
Correct. These bonuses are on the solar system, New College. The extensive volcanic region known as Elysium Planitia is found on which planet?
Venus.
No, it's Mars. The Valhalla multi-ringed impact crater is on which moon of Jupiter?
Io.
No, it's Callisto. And finally, which moon of Saturn has many of its geographical regions named after mythological paradises, including the ancient Egyptian Aru, Malaysian Belet, and Sumerian Dilmun?
Titan.
Correct. We're going to take another starter question. Eternal President of the Republic is, according to the preface of his country's revised 1998 Constitution, the formal...
King's Gallant.
Kim Jong-il.
No, you lose 5 points. The formal title of which political figure who had died 4 years earlier?
New College Hood.
Kim Il-sung.
Kim Il-sung is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on a 16th century pope. Which pope gives his name to a reform of the Julian calendar introduced in 1582. It was finally adopted in Britain in 1752.
Gregor. The Fourth.
No, it's Gregory the 13th. Which event in Paris in August 1572 did Gregory celebrate with a Te Deum Mass and the striking of a commemorative medal bearing the Latin words Ugunatorum Strages?
Sorry? Which event did he celebrate? Easter.
No, it's the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre. And finally, built by Gregory in 1574, which palace in Rome has, since 1948, been the residence of the Italian president?
Sorry, don't know.
It's the Quirinale. 10 points for this. What final 3 letters link the surname of the author of the Motorcycle Diaries and the first cricketer to score 500 runs in...
New College Beecroft.
ARA.
Correct. Your bonuses now, New College, are on world rulers. I will read a list of rulers who were on the throne or in power during the first year of a given century. In each case, just give me the century. Firstly, Vasudeva, the first of the Kushan Empire, Vulgases the fifth of Parthia, and the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus.
The 3rd century.
Correct. Yol Iknal, queen of the Maya city of Palenque, the Byzantine Emperor Maurice, and the Empress Suiko of Japan.
12th.
No, it's the 7th century. And finally, Charles the Simple of France, Arpad, Grand Prince of the Hungarians, and Edward the Elder, King of the Anglo-Saxons.
10th.
That is the 10th, yes. We're going to take another picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting of a biblical scene. For 10 points, I want the name of the figure on the left.
New College Hood.
Bathsheba.
No, anyone like to buzz from King's College?
King's Middleton.
Jezebel?
No, it's Salome, the daughter of Herodias. So, picture bonuses shortly. We're going to take another starter question in the meantime. Mutually intelligible with Hindi to a great extent, but written in a different script.
King's Gallant.
Urdu.
Urdu is correct, yes. OK, in the picture starter, you saw a painting by Gustave Moreau of Salome dancing before King Herod. Your picture bonuses are 3 more paintings of Salome. In each case, simply name the artist. Firstly, for 5, this Italian painter.
Caravaggio?
No, that's by Titian. Secondly, this German painter.
It's not when it's, is it? I don't know.
I don't know either. German painters of that sort of era, I can't do it.
It's not Hieronymus Bosch, is it?
Hieronymus Bosch?
No, it's Cranach the Younger. And finally, this Italian painter.
That could be Caravaggio. I don't know if it is. But
Caravaggio.
It is Caravaggio, yes. 10 points for this. In organic chemistry, which flammable gas has the molecular formula C3H8?
King's Greatrax.
Ethene? No.
No, anyone like to buzz from New College?
New College Capelman.
Propane.
Propane is correct. Right, these bonuses, New College, are on lines about books in plays by Shakespeare. In each case, identify the play and the character speaking. Knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Hamlet.
No, it's Prospero in The Tempest. I'll read enough when I do see the very book indeed where all my sins are writ, and that's myself.
Othello.
No, that's Richard II in Richard II. And finally, Your Face, My Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters.
Macbeth.
It is Macbeth, but the character?
Macduff.
No, it's Lady Macbeth. 10 points for this. What word of 4 letters forms compound nouns when preceding fall, fill, form, line, lord, lady, mark and slide?
King's Ace.
Land.
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on physics, King's College. The phase speed of a surface ocean wave travelling in deep water depends on the restoring force raised to what power?
Squared. 2.
OK, 2.
No, it's half. Small waves on the surface of water, called capillary waves, are subject to what main restoring force?
This is not physics, but
What's the restoring force?
air resistance.
Air resistance.
No, it's surface tension. What is the dominant restoring force at larger scales?
Air resistance?
Sorry, in English, please.
Like, could it be like, you know, sort of the moon, gravity? Is that
Gravity.
What? Gravity.
Gravity is correct, yes. 4 minutes to go. 10 points for this. In which Asian capital is Coronation Park the site of several durbars or assemblies, including one of 1911, that marked the coronation of King George V?
King's Greatrax.
Delhi?
Delhi is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on Greek mythology. In each case, name the 3rd member of the trio described, as named by Hesiod. Who is the 3rd of the Graces after Aglaia and Euphrosyne?
Karate, is it?
Karate.
No, it's Thalia. No. As named by Virgil, who is the 3rd of the Furies after Alecto and Megaera?
No, I know this. I can't remember what it is.
It's not like...
we don't know, sorry.
It's Tisiphone. And finally, also named by Hesiod, who is the 3rd of the Gorgons after Stheno and Euryale?
Medusa.
Medusa is right. 10 points for this. 3 minutes to go. Which major city of Ukraine was the scene of the mutiny on the battleship Potemkin in 1905?
New College Linen.
Kiev.
No. King's College, one of you, Buzz?
King's Gallant.
Dnepropetrovsk.
No, it's Odessa. 10 points for this. Founded in 1961, the IUGS is a body devoted to international cooperation in which field of science?
King's Ace.
Geology.
Correct. Bonuses are on ancient art this time. In which country is Blombos Cave the site of the discovery of several pieces of engraved ochre that date to before 75,000 BC?
Blombos, like Norway or something? Norway?
No, it's South Africa. Discovered in the 1860s, which cave in the Spanish region of Cantabria contains rock paintings that date to around 14,000 BC?
No, don't know, sorry.
It's Altamira. Which cave in the Dordogne region of France is also noted for its prehistoric rock paintings discovered by accident by a group of children in 1940?
Lascaux.
Correct. 10 points for this. The main cemetery of which city is the last resting place of composers including Brahms, Schubert and Beethoven?
King's Ace.
Berlin.
Anyone like to buzz from New College quickly?
New College Kappelman.
Salzburg.
No, it's Vienna. 10 points for this. A set of knotted cords hanging from a bar or central cord that keep...
King's Greatrax.
Kin Empire? Incas?
Inca is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on Scottish monarchs. Which King of Scotland died fighting a rebellion at the Battle of Sockieburn in 1488?
I think that's one of the Jameses, James IV.
James IV?
No, it's James III. James IV invaded England and was killed when his army was decisively defeated at which battle of 1513?
Flodden.
Flodden. Battle of Flodden?
Correct. James V died in 1542, shortly after his army's defeat in which battle named in part after a major British estuary? Come on.
Tyne?
No, it's Solway Moss. 10 points for this. What illegal activity links swing in 1830 with Gordon in 1780?
King's Greatrax.
Riots?
Riots is correct. These bonuses are about blood clotting. During the blood clotting process, which enzyme converts fibrinogen, a soluble protein, into fibrin, an insoluble one? Quickly.
Sorry, what was the question? Protease.
No, it's thrombin.
Oh.
Which anticoagulant produced in the body inhibits the action of the enzyme thrombin? And at the gong, King's College Cambridge have 125. New College Oxford have 165. Well, you were coming back there at the end, but you didn't come back far enough or fast enough, I'm afraid. But you do get to play again. I'm sorry to have to tell you. And New College, you get to play again as well. That's the first of your necessary 2 victories to go through to the semi-finals. I hope you can join us next time for another quarter-final match. But until then, it's goodbye from King's College Cambridge.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from New College Oxford.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.